Hi, welcome to Nina Designs, where beautiful jewelry begins. Today we're going to learn how to make multi-strand silk charm bracelets. In order to do this project, we need 7 strands of silk. We need 2 3-inch lengths of deer hide leather cut with rounded edges. We need a 2-hole button, a wooden board, hammer, a push pin, and several pieces of scrap wire. So let's get to work. We're going to start with one of the silk strands and a piece of the scrap wire used as a needle. We're just going to pull it through so that we can work with it easier and then thread on one of our charms. I did forget to mention that you do need a selection of charms. And then when you get the charm where you want it, just tie a knot to hold it into place. Then we're going to take one of the pieces of leather and we're going to make a hole in it with a push pin and the hammer. And then wiggle around to make the hole a little bit bigger because we're going to pull the silk through, so we need a larger hole. Then take your wire needle and use it to draw your silk through the leather using a plier to help you pull. And then once you get to the other side, just form a knot. That's going to hold the silk in place so that it can't pull back out the other end. There you go. And we're going to do this 7 times. Working from the center out on each side. So once you have all 7 of your strands in place, you're going to trim them just above the knots. And then fold your leather in half around the knots. And then figure out where you want your button, because the button is going to be the clasp. And we're going to make 2 holes where the button is going to go. Just on one side of the leather. And then we're going to take some silk and we're going to draw it through the hole and through the other hole. And tie a knot. And push the knot securely against the back of the button. And then take each side of the silk and put it through one of the holes. We're just doing all this to secure the button in place. Make sure it's a nice strong connection. And then turn it over on the back and take both sides and knot them together. And that will secure the button. And then trim the ends. And then we're going to glue the 2 sides of the leather together to hide the knot. So after the glue dries, which should just take a few minutes, you want to just trim the edge to make it look a little prettier. And you can see that we can't see any of that glue anymore because it dried. And we've got our 7 strands with our charms tied in sort of randomly along the strands. And now we're going to start on the second side, and we're going to just repeat the whole process, starting in the center and working our way out in a straight line. So now we're coming to our last one. Now just pull everything, make sure we've got everything where we want it. The strings don't have to be exactly the same length. It's okay to have a little variation. And we're going to trim them all. And fold the tabs in half. Now this one we're going to double back on itself to cut the slits. To cut a slit for the button, you have to do this on both sides. And then test to see if the button fits. That seems like a good size hole. And then match it up. And this time she folds both of them and cuts in the same slit so that the slits match on both sides of the leather. Because we've already tested that hole and we know it's a good size. And then we just have to glue this tab together. Obviously you don't want to glue the slits closed, but you do want to have glue on the silk ends. And you don't need that much glue, just spread it around with your finger. We're using the Ultimate crafting glue that we sell, Crafter's Pick, on our website. Then just gently press the two tabs shut. And there you go, you've got your finished bracelet. And you can see it's super fun to do several different bracelets in lots of different colors and different charms, and then wear them stacked on your wrist. So have a blast with this new technique, and we'll see you at www.ninadesigns.com for all the supplies you need for this project and lots of other inspiring project ideas.